We're here at Block D, which was the first block out of the four at Schubart Park to be sealed off and condemned by the authorities. When the inhabitants moved out of here about a year ago, it was then invaded by illegal squatters. Metal merchants then moved in. They've stolen just about every single piece of metal and steel that could be salvaged from here. If you look over here, we're walking up to the lifts, where you can actually see the steel frames around the lifts have been stolen. Now this goes all the way up the 20 floors that this has been stolen. The cables have been stolen. The switch gear on the 20th floor, which used to move these, has been stolen. If we go now to the northern end of the building, you can actually see how entire walls have been knocked out. This was done so that the thieves could steal the plumbing, which was encased inside the walls. And the whole metal balustrade on the one side has been stolen. And if we can look above us, this was the plumbing that goes all the way to the 20th floor. The steel plumbing was stolen and sold as scrap metal. The Schubart Park residents are now being allowed into this condemned block of flats to collect their belongings. There's a long snaking line not far from me over here where people are registering to have their names put on a list which will allow them access to this building.
Since 2003 I've been living in this place, and I'm going to school. I'm doing a mechanical engineering at Tshwane South. I'm selling sweets in the town. So then I can't live without this place. If I'm going to Atteridgeville, I'm going to afford these things. How I'm going to pay them my school fees? Then what about those families, the kids who are abandoned by our country?
Where the problem started with Schubart Park is that in some of these flats they'd been taken over by criminal landlords who had acquired up to 20, 30 flats for themselves. And what they were doing is they were subletting these to tenants for up to 1,000 rand per person. They would put as many as 30 people into a 3-bedroom flat. Every available space was filled with mattresses for people to sleep. And these would generate great income for the people who were managing these, and which is believed to have caused some of the reason for the confrontation with the authorities. There were serious business interests which were at stake from these criminal lords, and it's understood that they could have been fueling these fights with the police. And this is where the journey for many Schubart Park residents is now ending. They're registering at a table which will get them a ticket to alternative accommodation. It will get them a ticket out of this place. But many of them might not be taking up this opportunity. They're not happy about the situation that they're being forced to move to about 10 kilometers away, to the west of here, at Atteridgeville. Even the community there, we understand, is not welcoming them. There were protests last night. It's not a very pretty picture for the people of Schubart Park, leaving this place and going on to a very uncertain future.